Hi guys, my name is Mickey and I will giving a session on ageLOC science today for you guys. Before I start the session, let me introduce who I am. I used to work as a clinical nurse specialist in Sydney, Australia, and I was mainly a customer of NuSkin still now before I do this business. And ageLOC products are my favorite. So it's really honor to explain what is ageLOC science to you guys, and hopefully this video will help you to understand what is ageLOC science and help you your business. So before I start the session, I want you to look at this eight key consideration. I believe these eight consideration should be taken into account when someone choosing or considering doing network marketing. And I want to highlight these two consideration with ageLOC science: product quality and market trend. Products that you treat are high quality and genuinely effective. Need to check there is appropriate market demand for the product. That is something people actually need. Check if the product aligns well with the current market trend. You have a product, but no one will buy it, no one wants it, and it doesn't meet the current market trend. That's not a good, product. NuSkin's exclusive technology ageLOC is perfectly meet these two considerations because nowadays people live longer than ever before, right? That's why. So NuSkin ageLOC technology focus on targeting the source of aging at the genetic levels. It aims to slow down or reverse the visual signs of aging. So what is the visual signs of aging? Your black hair turning into gray, you have more wrinkle than before, you have no energy, your vitality decreasing, sort of things, right? So by identifying and influencing specific gene associate with your useful appearance and vitality. So let's talk about the aging. So what is aging? Have you think about what is aging is? Simply just getting old as time passes. Your black hair turning into gray. You have more wrinkle than before. Your vitality decreasing. Like, do you believe aging is inevitable, unavoidable? Like how we can't stop the time? Aging, as we go through life, genetic expression is changed by internal and external factor, and these changes are cause of aging and disease. So aging is more closely related to the gene expressions than simply progressing with time. So today I will explain about this. Additionally, like sunlight, food, and drinking, stress, and pollution accelerate the aging as well, and we have more this kind of factor compared to 200 years ago, right? So but nowadays that's why people longer than ever before, but they exposed to disease in early age. This is the reason why. So have you seen this painting before? Do you know what this painting is? This painting represents the fountain of youth. So according to the ancient Greek mythology, Mount Olympus, so home of the immortal gods, said anyone who found this fountain of youth and drink the spring could regain their youth and vitality. So if you have this fountain in front of you, would you drink it? I would drink it. My answer is yes. And I'm pretty sure most of the people they want to drink this and then regain their youth and vitality. So, a fountain of youth where anyone who take a sip can regain your youth and enjoy eternal beauty. So, New Skin has focused on unlocking the secret of aging since the company started back in 1984, which leading to discovery of ageLOC science in 2009 as the answer and for all the effort that have been done. New Skin logo symbolized the fountain of youth. So now you can see the what is logo mean, right? Let's have a look at the video.
NuSkin Enterprises has a tradition of innovation. Our anti-aging focus has continuously led us to seek out new partners to help us in fighting the war against aging. Most recently, we have identified and entered into a partnership with LifeGen Technologies to win this war against aging. We partnered with LifeGen Technologies because this is a company that was founded by two of the foremost scientists in age research. Professor Weindrich and Professor Tom Proller, they both have spent close to 30 years combined in understanding the genetic basis of aging. Professor Weindrich and Proller's work has been cited time and time again by other well-known scientists who use their work to conduct new studies in aging.
LifeGen was started based on our base initial patent, which is a method to measure the aging process using gene expression profiles. As a result of our technology, we have identified a very critical set of genes, which we call aging supermarkers.
We now have tools which can tell us which particular ways that cells work are affected by the dietary intervention that we are examining.
Together, these discoveries allow us to develop a process or a method to locate and identify age-related genes very quickly and very accurately.
We can examine the entire genome at once. That allows us to tell for each particular tissue, for example, the heart, the brain, muscle, which particular pattern of genes leads to aging or modulates the aging process. So it allows us to get a global view that you cannot get by focusing on single genes. Other companies may focus on one gene, one pathway, and how a single compound impacts that pathway. With our technology, we can measure how combinations of nutrients impact several pathways related to aging at the same time. So this is an enormous advantage in our ability to monitor the aging process and to design interventions.
We are in the midst of conducting some very exciting experiments, and we have a plan which we have carefully conceived in collaboration with our colleagues at NuSkin, and we are very excited to continue to carry out that plan and bring a new generation of dietary supplements which will have a very solid scientific backing.
NuSkin scientists, along with its partners like LifeGen Technologies, are working hard to keep ageLOC science on the cutting edge so that we remain the premier anti-aging company in the world.
We are now able to define and to develop products that can address the sources of aging.
This is providing an opportunity to really translate our basic research findings into improved human health really on a worldwide basis.
As you saw from the previous video, NuSkin and LifeGen Technology developed ageLOC science in 2009 through this collaborative research. Through this research, they discover use gene cluster among our many genes. Use gene cluster means gene group of use. We have up to thousands genes help maintaining use. These genes are involved in process like cell repair, inflammation control, antioxidant defense, cell division, and regeneration. But the problem is, as we age, as we getting old, these use gene clusters are turned off and they not working for some reason. ageLOC target to reset this gene responsible for use state, and then they react use gene cluster again. So I wonder, because I was very wondering and curious, how ageLOC reset this. So to understand ageLOC science fully, it is very essential to know epigenetics. While it involves technical term and can be complex, mastering this concept will lead you to a clear understanding of ageLOC science is and increase your confidence in it. So epigenetic is a study of changes in gene expression or cellular phenotype that occur without changes to the underlying DNA sequence. That means there is no change in DNA sequence order, but the way expressed in outside can be different by various factors such as environment, lifestyle, and developmental stage and diet. Epigenetic mechanisms include DNA methylation, which is very important for today, and histone modification and non-coding RNA regulation, which play crucial roles in controlling how genes are turned on or off in cell. There is gene switch and turn on and off. So this photo isn't comparing one person's 15 years ago, the past, and the present. It's a picture of identical twin taken at same time. They look so different, right? Because they are identical twin. They should be look same, even past, even now, but they look different. You can see that the one on the left looks much younger than the right one. Why did time seem to pass differently for them? Why? So even they born with same gene and same time, their age is at different speed due to difference in their environment and diet. Does this mean that the cause of aging lies in food and environment? Shall we think about this together? So generic expression is different from generic manipulation, but many people often confuse these two. So let me compare these two. So generic manipulation, you can rearrange the gene artificially. So you can create something that never exists in nature before. So of course it's illegal, but generic expression is generic sequence, the DNA sequence remain unchanged, they remain same, but generic expression varies dynamically due to environmental factors such as lifestyle, living condition, and diet. So for example, if you're living in a cold region for a long time and then move to the hot region, adapting to that hot region over time can be seen as gene expression. So gene expression is not manipulation that raise ethical issues or potential disaster. It means gene inherited at birth can be expressed differently due to environment. So if we could understand how to regulate gene expression that varies due to environment, how could we achieve this? Shall we think this together? In epigenetic, DNA methylation is a key process that influences how genes are expressed in human development. I know it is a little bit tricky to understand, but if you understand this, you will have a better idea what is ageLOC science is. Gene expression typically begins when RNA polymerase, which is an enzyme, makes RNA from DNA, helping control gene activity and biological process. This RNA polymerase binds to the promoter at the front of the gene sequence in DNA, and they travel along the DNA chain. So usually these polymerase travel along the DNA chains, unwinding it and making a matching RNA chain from the exposed bases. This is how they work. But however, during this process, a methyltransferase enzyme, which is a methyl group, may appear attached to cytosine base within the promoter region, forming 5-methylcytosine. This process is called DNA methylation. A methyl group regulates gene expression by attaching to or detaching from cytosine and guanine bases, as shown, you can see in the illustration. When transcription begins for gene expression, the presence of a methyl group can block the process. They block the process. This prevents RNA polymerase from binding to the promoter effectively turning off the gene expression switch. So let me explain you one more time. When transcription begins for gene expression, a methyl group can interfere. This prevents RNA polymerase from binding to the promoter. So gene expression doesn't happen in this case. So it's like the gene expression switch is turned off. For example, imagine a double helix of structure of DNA where cytosine and guanine base are part of the sequence. If a methyl group attached to the cytosine, the genetic switches in this region may be turned off, right? So in this region, there is an obesity suppressor gene, let's say that, which is one of use gene cluster, right? A slim and fit body represent use. Is it right? So suppose this region contains gene responsible for preventing or inhibiting obesity. With the methylations happen, these genes might be turned off, right? Which potentially leading to obesity. Of course, the obesity suppressor gene switches off, then you have a higher chance to become obesity. So this is why, unlike when we were younger and we could easily lose weight even with a little exercise, it's harder to lose weight as we age, right? So it could be due to those obesity suppressor gene switches being turned off by methylation. That's the reason. But fortunately, this is not a permanent stage. When demethylation happens, by removing the methyl group from 5-methylcytosine, the gene can be expressed again. So, the switch was turned off, but now switch is turned on again by demethylations. ageLOC science work to turn these use-related gene switches back on. So let me briefly explain you one more time. When methyl group attached to the cytosine and gene switch is turned off, that called methylation. And when methyl group is removed from 5-methylcytosine, gene switch is turned back on. It called demethylation. Let's look at another video.
인체는 유전자를 보관하는 놀라운 방법을 진화시켰다. 염색체는 거대한 유전자 창고다. 안을 살펴보면 유전자는 실패 역할을 하는 둥그런 단백질에 실처럼 감겨 있다. 평소엔 풀린 상태에서 작동을 하다가 메틸기라는 분자가 붙으면 실패가 뭉쳐지면서 기능이 꺼져버린다. 즉, 유전자를 끄고 켜는 스위치 역할을 하는 분자가 있는데 그게 바로 메틸기다. 이 메틸기는 영양 성분인 엽산에서 오는 분자이다. 그러니 우리가 먹는 음식이 바로 유전자의 스위치가 되는 것이다. 우리가 먹는 음식과 생활 방식에 따라 메틸기의 양은 달라지고 이로 인해 유전자의 작동도 달라지는 것이다. 쌍둥이라고 해도 먹은 음식이 다르고 메틸기 양이 다르니 건강 상태도 달라질 수 있다는 얘기다.
So after you watch that video, now you have a better idea what's the reason for changes in gene expression. So when methyl groups attach to histone protein of a gene, the expression of the gene can be changed. So histone proteins mentioned in the video plays a role in controlling which genes are active or inactive by influencing how tightly, this is important, how tightly the DNA is coiled around them. So look at this screen, the illustration. Genes are wrapped like a string around the histone protein that function like a reel. So when they stays apart, gene expression is strong. That means gene switches is on. But according to the video, This methyl group comes from nutrition, like a folic acid, which is food, right? So in other words, methyl group comes from food, and the more we eat, and more these groups attach to our gene, and our gene switches start to turning off. Does the food we eat make us age? Yes, it is. It does. But if we don't eat, then we cannot live. We will die, right? So it's ironic that to stay alive, we have to eat, and that make us age. But remember, the methylation is not a permanent. You can reverse it. You can reset this. When you use ageLOC product, it removes methyl group and making the gene active again. ageLOC can help with the demethylation, so gene expression can be reactivated. That we call gene reset. Eat less, live longer is actually true. And plus, if you use ageLOC product, you can definitely slow down aging process even more and become younger. So these changes, this gene expression changes, can you see it with your naked eye? The answer is no, you can't see it. So what we use to check, we use spectrum core heat map to measure gene expression level. When genes that maintain use, like you know maintain skin structure, protect collagen, bind collagen, and reduce water loss, and decrease the pigmentation kind of gene cluster are switched off due to methylation. Aging genes are activated, like your black hair switch off and your gray hair gene turn on, and you have a elastic skin, and no pigmentation, and then when they turn off, you start to having wrinkles, and you start to losing your skin elasticity. So as you can see on the screen, ageLOC can reverse this process, restoring up to 92% of these genes through demethylations. Used gene switches are turned on again by ageLOC science. So aRNOX is an enzyme that produces free radical, contributing to oxidative stress and cellular damages, especially in skin cells. So they are inactive in young age, but they start to activate in certain age after 20s. This damage can lead to visual signs of aging, such as wrinkle and loss of skin elasticity. But when you apply ageLOC skincare, ageLOC product, it inhibits aRNOX activity, which is aging enzyme, in just 48 minutes for 12 hours. That's why all ageLOC product are designed to use every 12 hours, morning and night. This is an article from Forbes that describe NuSkin ageLOC science as the science of staying younger for longer. And from the article, NuSkin scientists are able to identify gene expression that influence aging and select the ingredient that can affect the genes, so that these genes can start to behave like young gene again. I know it is so hard to believe, but ageLOC science is indeed very real. So since the introduction of ageLOC in 2009, many ageLOC related products have been released, like a TR90, which is my favorite weight management program, ranked as number one, not only in Korean weight management market, but also Singapore and Malaysia too, for the last 3 years. And there is a TME and ageLOC Meta, ageLOC R squared, ageLOC Ususpan is also ageLOC supplement. How about the skincare? Additionally, NuSkin skincare devices like a Lumi Spa, Galvanic Spa, and Well Spa, which have held the top spot in global beauty devices for last 6 years. So there are various ageLOC products lines fits to individual needs. So are you curious about the benefit of ageLOC? Are you wonder what will happen after using ageLOC product? So this is an ageLOC product before and after photos. So look at her, like if 2011 to 2020, she doesn't look like a 9 years older from 2011. Even 2020, the present is much better looking. And look at this, so many, before and after photos. So isn't it amazing? Like, don't they look much better now? Seems like their time run backward. So don't they look much better in present, like a healthier, younger looking? That's what I think. And ageLOC product, it also helps to lighten the dark spot, like a pigmentation, because pigmentation is part of agings and the freckles. And the right hand side, the skin was my skin in 2020. So after I using ageLOC product for a year, my skin firm again. There is no filler I use, no Botox, nothing. Purely ageLOC. And that was me as well in the right hand side back in 2013 compared to 2023. 10 years, but I really like my 2023, not in 2013. So you can't say I look older now compared to 11 years ago. So even after 11 years, actually, I am looking much better now thanks to ageLOC. In the age of living to 100, everyone desires to stay useful and healthy. NuSkin ageLOC science perfectly meet these needs with its unique, innovative, and advanced technology called ageLOC. So ageLOC technology is a unique scientific breakthrough exclusive to NuSkin, unmatched everywhere else. So stay useful and healthy with NuSkin ageLOC and take advantage of the opportunity for business growth. No one has the ageLOC, only we have. Thanks for listening today, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Bye guys!